Call the meeting to the order. This is work session of the mayor and council. Notice was given as follows. Notice was filed January 4th, 2024 with the Record and New York Star Ledger, both official newspaper of the borough. Notice was posted on the bulletin board at the Borough Hall and the Borough website. Copies preserved in the clerk's office. Pledge allegiance and moment of silence lead by Councilwoman Zhang.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before the roll call, Mayor Kim has emergency personal matters, so I have to run the meeting as a council president, so I'm gonna let you all know. Okay? All right, roll call.
The council president tonight, Council Michael Vitri is unable to attend the meeting, and the Council Jason Kim, he will be attend the meeting via Zoom today. Council Jen?
Here.
Council Kim? Council
Yes.
Kim? Council Lee?
Here.
Council Min?
Here.
Council Won Yoon? Here. Borough Attorney?
Here.
Borough Administrator is here.
Okay, before we move on to the adoption of minute, I just wanna clarify that from the consent agenda, we have items to pull out, right, Counselor?
Just one, 283.
Okay, so we're gonna pull out Resolution 2024-284.
We're getting an extension from that for that grant, so it'll be probably on the next agenda in December.
So just.
Yeah, we're just gonna pull it out. We request the extension from the state, right?
Right.
So we're just waiting for the, approval, so, we may have to put that on the December agenda, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right, the VA is back. All right, let's move forward with the adoption of the minutes.
Work session of the Mayor Council October 21st, 2024, regular meeting of the Mayor Council October 28th, 2024, executive session of the Mayor Council October 28th, 2024.
Okay, because we're not.
Pull.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the minutes are three of them, the work session October 21st and regular meeting October 28th, executive session October 28th. So take a look, all the council members, take a look at the minutes, and if you have any question, let the clerk know or the VA, okay? All right, next will be introduction, ordinance 2024-18.
Creating ordinance chapter 169 entitled Lead-Based Painting Inspection.
Okay. Any question from the council? No? All right, can I have a motion to put it on the public's portion, open to public?
I want to make a motion to put it on the public hearing.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody from the public would like to comment? Yes, sir. Name and address?
You want me to come up, or I can speak from here?
Just come up, there's a mic there.
85 West Exeter Boulevard, Shoot. I'm just wondering, what is that going to entail? Being that I work in the school system, is that gonna be, I don't know anything about it.
The ordinance for lead-based paint?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tracks the state statute that was recently passed. It requires the municipalities, and requires dwelling owners to have their homes inspected and or certified be lead-based paint free. So the inspections here are for rental units, for homes. Let's see, how a dwelling unit defined. Dwelling unit is a single family, two-family, or multi-rental dwelling. So,
What
wouldn't
thing
include
about
the school.
schools? No school buildings.
No, it would not include the school.
Because I know I have 104-year-old lead paint at some of my schools. And, you know, buried under lots of other paint, but we do still have lead paint in Lindbergh School, terrible amount. High school, terrible amount. The only school that's lead-free would be the Early Childhood Center. I mean, we're gonna ban it every place, but where kids are on a daily basis, it seems a little, why don't we, you know, I don't understand the state, if this is a state statute or something like that. It's just that, that's a place that we should start thinking about getting rid of lead in the schools.
Could you send an email to either the clerk or the mayor or somebody?
I will ask
or
my
the
business,
PA?
I will ask my business administrator to send an email out to you and go from there. Like I
Sure,
say,
just identify the schools and the problems and.
like I said, we have, Lindbergh School was built in 1924.
Mhm.
Okay, the high school was built in sort of up in 1966. Lead-based paint was used as base coat paint in North Dakota. We, you know,
Okay,
just something, if we're gonna ban something, if we're gonna try and get rid of it, let's get rid of it, you know, would make sense.
understood, good
Thank you.
point, thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Marcia Shore, I'd just like to know, is this going to affect 1 and 2 family houses also? I think you said, is the town doing the inspecting or the residents have to?
The way that the ordinance is drafted, the town does not have a certified lead-based inspector at this time. We're looking into possibly a shared service agreement with another town. But at this point, it's the dwelling owner that would be responsible for hiring the inspector, for doing the inspection. And if they want, they can get the lead-based paint certification, which would then immunize them from any further testing requirements.
Does something have to be presented to the town that you've had your house inspected?
There, once you hire an inspector, short of getting the lead-based paint certification, your inspector will provide documentation that will be presented to the borough to show that it's been inspected.
Thank you.
Does it have to be removed? Or just that it's
Yes,
inspected?
if lead-based paint is found, it does have to be removed.
You know what cost will be to households to have lead-based paint if you have some of the homes in Palisades Park and age old? I mean, you're talking stripping of walls, floorboards, I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars cost to homeowners to remove lead-based paints in some of these homes. My home was built in 1945 in Palisades Park. I guarantee you there is lead-based paint in my house. It doesn't matter to me, my house in 2 months is going to be knocked down because I sold it, but you have houses in here, the expenses you're gonna be putting on some of these people, they'll lose their homes to have this lead-based paint removed.
Right, well, we are cognizant of the potential cost, we will, you know, be wary of that. But again, this is something that's driven by the state. The state requires us to have this legislation and to do this.
But it has to be removed, if it's found, it has to be removed.
That's correct, that's what the state's requiring, and thus we are, as a borough, as
The
a
whole
state.
state's gonna go crazy with that.
What's that?
I said the whole state is gonna go crazy with that, like I say, people don't
Yeah.
have the money. to have
This is
done.
not just Palisades Park.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
the whole state is going.
Correct.
Scary item.
Could I just make one clarification?
Sure.
Isn't this really for units that are offered for renting? The house owners who are not renting their homes?
No, I think if you're, I think when you sell the house, you need to do it too, but you may be correct. Hold on a second, let me just see.
Could you all speak up a little, please, because we're having trouble hearing everything back here.
Yes, it is for rental only, correct.
So I think you should be okay.
Yeah.
All the time, let's say,
Yeah.
two-family houses,
Right.
lots of,
Okay, anybody else from the public portion? No? Alright, can I have a motion to, bring it, end the public session and bring it back to the work?
I wanna make a motion to bring it back from the audience and back to the council.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Alright, next on the agenda is second reading ordinance 2024-16.
Ordinance 2024-16, bond ordinance for authorization for various capital improvement.
Okay, this is the,
It's gonna be second.
okay, capital, okay. Anybody from council, questions?
At the last meeting, I asked to, provide the details of all this, improvement, but I don't think we got it.
I thought the CFO had sent out an email to various council people, including yourself.
So,
You didn't,
anybody,
You didn't get
anybody
one?
except me?
No.
No, you didn't get one?
None of us.
No, all right. I will, he's wasn't available tonight, as well as the deputy CFO is not available tonight, but I will, email them tomorrow.
Yes, please,
Make sure.
yeah, please, distribute
I
it
thought
to,
that was done already, but.
Right.
And
check
also,
with,
also, is there any way that we can find out what is the bond, the total amount, not for the annual payment, for the interest back? Like, what is the principal of the total bond amount we have so far?
The total bond amount is $1,240,000, it's in there.
For this one,
for
it
that
is,
project,
but
or are we talking about as a whole board?
as a whole borough.
Oh,
But I
okay.
have never, able to find out, so.
That's, so that question, to answer your question, that's a separate from what we are actually, going through here, so you might wanna request it to, CFO,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
So, make sure to distribute that information, details of the, capital improvement before the, meeting starts, okay, next week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, can I get a motion to open to a public portion?
I wanna make a motion to open to the public portion.
One second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anybody from, public portion? Capital improvement? Alright, can I get a motion to end public session and bring it back to a work session?
I wanna make a motion to close the public session.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Alright, next will be, discussions, okay? This is for consent agendas?
Before we move to the consent agenda, don't we have to do the second reading of the first reading that we did?
This is work session.
Work session.
This is
So,
work
we
session.
just discussed it.
So we're,
We'll
So,
actually,
remember at the special meeting, we did the first reading of the ADU ordinance, so shouldn't that be,
Well, the special meeting was actually, you vote at the special meeting.
right,
If there was, we do have the ability to vote at a workshop meeting, but there's nothing on the agenda tonight to be voted on.
Oh, no,
Everything's gonna
I'm
be-
just saying, shouldn't that be just part of the agenda?
What? I'm sorry.
the special one?
No,
The-
I'm saying,
The ADU?
yeah.
Oh, no, you have to wait a certain period of time before you bring it up for a second reading.
This will be.
It hasn't been long enough.
Oh, so it would be on the January,
December,
December.
December 9th.
oh,
This is gonna be-
December, oh, okay,
Nine.
okay, got it, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, alright, discussion, consent agenda. Except the one that we pulled out, 284, any question?
yeah,
From the council?
for 280, the, authorizing to advertise for the hiring of part-time borough maintenance, janitorial employee. I believe that we had 2 people working for,
Speak up, please.
okay, 280, it's authorizing to advertise for the hiring of part-time borough maintenance and a janitorial employee. And, I believe we have 2 people helping for the maintenance and janitorial so far. And has there been any change for those 2 people? Who's been always working very diligently cleaning for the aisles and restrooms and
Were they working for DPW or working for?
No,
They work
here
for
in
the-
Borough.
the borough?
Do you know the answer to that?
One of those persons works part-time,
Okay,
and the other person I would really, need to mention it in closed session.
okay,
So we need someone urgent,
yes,
okay, because of the vacancy.
yes.
Okay, thank you, that's clear.
Okay, anything else? Anything from claims? Just to let the council member know from the claims, right? If you have any question, BA, Mr. Hurd will glad to take those notes down since CFO and no one from finance department is here to actually address your questions. So he's gonna take a note down, or you could either email finance department to get the details of it. Well, some of the resolution has the whole packet, you actually have, take time to go over. So I don't think you're gonna have a question to come up with. Something like 283, right? So,
Yeah, and I also have a question about 276. It says authorization of investigation and complaints against employees for overpayment.
okay, so for that, to answer your question, Counselor, would you address the answer to that? 276, employees for overpayment.
Oh, yes, based upon some recent guidance, it appears that, the borough's policy and practice of paying certain salary-related items, such as for vacation, sick time, and so on, may have been problematic and erroneous, so we need to investigate that and potentially seek reimbursement.
So how are we gonna investigate it?
Through the CFO, our firm, and if necessary, we'll bring in additional, set of eyes to look at.
So, we have spotted the, actual, overpayment happened.
There are some red flags. Yeah.
Anything from
Well-
Council Williams?
Yeah, will we get that detail? Like in terms of, what's the fact of overpayment?
Sure, we'll provide you that.
Question? You good? Okay,
Yes, okay.
can I have motion to,
Wait, I have
yes,
there should be 2 more IT related resolution, I believe.
yes.
And it's not there yet, but, will they be at the?
Can you speak up?
regular
I'm having a
meeting?
major problem.
Yeah, there are 2 resolutions related to the IT services, and that's gonna be, I don't see here, but I guess that'll be added to the regular agenda.
We should discuss this after the meeting. I did receive your email with the proposals. There's a lot. And
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not clear, cause I didn't,
I'll explain.
yeah, so I need you to explain and we'll, if we can get it on for next week, we will. But I need to look into that.
I have motion to open to a public portion?
I wanna make a motion to open to the public.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Susan Brower, for item number 274, authorization of recreation Christmas tree lighting event on December 7th, 2024. December 7th is Pearl Harbor Day. That's the day Japan attacked Pearl Harbor and got into the war. Veterans are not thrilled about doing this lighting and wanted to know if you could please do it on Sunday instead of on Pearl Harbor Day. And I briefly spoke to the Recreation Committee and they said, you know, they will talk about it, but they need to hear from the council. It's just a day that someone should have looked at a calendar and said, not the best day to do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep, your
Okay.
point is taken.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I'm Robin Katz, Glen Avenue, there's no mention of when the menorah lighting will be. We're listing the Christmas lighting, we're missing one. This year, Hanukkah starts at the same time as Christmas, so you get two for the price of one if you put them together.
Okay.
Anybody else? No? Okay, can I motion to close the public portion and bring it back to a work session?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now, we are.
Issue here. And there's nothing that, so, no executive session. Just, we're done.
Alright, do you wanna explain?
Unless council reports.
Yeah, do you wanna explain? Why not? Wanna make it to the council?
I wouldn't put it on there.
Alright, council reports. Council Lee, a report? Councilwoman Jang?
I'll do it in the regular meeting.
Good, good, good.
Thank you.
Okay, Council Kim?
Nothing to report this time.
Okay, alright, for myself, I don't have any report today, I'll share something on a regular meeting. Okay, can I have motion to adjourn the meeting?
Wait a minute,